Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and today I'll be reviewing set number 71699, the Thunder Raider from the Ninjago Legacy line. This set contains 576 pieces, 5 minifigures, and retails for $49.99 in the US. You guys told me in my Legacy versus Original comparison video, which if you want to watch, you can check out right here, that the Earth Mech, you're supposed to put its arms back like this to when you have the two combined, and I did that. And it looks kind of cool, I guess. I don't think it changes my opinions on it that much, but in that video I was more just comparing, like, this one has this features and the old one has this features. So this one I'll be giving more in-depth thoughts as to each feature and what I think of them. So to start out, it's got these big treads right here with these little rubber pieces on them, and I think these rubber pieces are really ugly, but they do a really good job of allowing this to move across the floor, right? Like, move it back and forth, and these actually move. I know if you just have the plastic treads without the rubber pieces, they won't move, but I wish they designed a new way to make this look good and also be functional, because the rubber pieces being in the treads does not look great. Looking at the side here, we've got a bunch of technicals. The old one had this issue too, and it's just not the prettiest. I really wish they would change that, like, not have those showing so much, because I understand that they're necessary for the mechanisms in the vehicle, but they don't really need to be showing this entire time, right? Like, the entire side is just technicals, and it makes it look really unprofessional and incomplete. And for a $50 set, I just don't think that's good. Moving back to the front, though, we've got stickers. We've got Jay's old symbol right here, which is really cool to see. And then just a couple more stickers to give it like this mechanical look and with these lightning designs. This reminds me a lot of the Kai Fighter that came out later this year, where it's like, yeah, there's lightning designs, but it more looks like a paint job over a vehicle rather than being a lightning vehicle itself. And I think that's a good thing. It makes it look a lot more realistic and mechanical, and I think that's cool. Opening up this cockpit here, you can see on the inside you have two of these pieces right here. It's just these like little clip pieces right here attached to one of these. And they're meant to represent handles for the ninja to control it. And then back here you have a couple studs to sit Jay down, and then some brown gold bar pieces just to, I guess, represent a cushion. So if you lay him back, he has something to lie on. Moving around to the other side, it looks identical to the side we already saw. And then here, coming all the way around, is where the Earth Mech sits. You can remove it just by lifting it up. Let me move its arms out of the way. We'll take a look at that in a second. But there's just the vehicle with the Earth Mech removed, and as I said in my Legacy versus Original comparison video, it's not the prettiest without the Earth Mech. I understand, like, right, like, obviously there needs to be room for the Earth Mech to sit, so it's not going to be the prettiest, but still, I feel like they could have done a little more, right? Like, same issue of it's just technicals open. Like, I wish they'd done a better job of covering that up. And they did do a little bit of design back here with the stud, but I feel like there could be, and with this little seat right here, but I think they could have done more. The transformation feature of this vehicle is if you pull back on this right here, you've got this like this gold lantern with a trans blue piece on the inside. If you pull back on that right here, these two sides will flip out, revealing a couple stickers and a couple things to represent cannons, and it just changes the overall look of the vehicle. And I think it's a cool transformation feature. I think it's better on the original, but it's a nice way to just mix it up, and it does make this more interesting from the back, but even still, it's not the prettiest from the back. I wish they did more to... I just wish it could look a little bit prettier from the back without the Earth Mech, because obviously you can only transform it when the Earth Mech is off of it, so you're forced to see this side of it. Like, you can't just keep the Earth Mech on to cover it up. If you want to transform it at all, you have to see this back side, which does not look great. Moving on to the Earth Mech, I love the level of detail on it, right, with these Nexonite shield just to give like a little texture to the knees and all the little gold bar pieces. I feel like LEGO has an obsession with gold bar pieces as of recently, but yeah, they do look good. Like, they do provide a nice like bit of texture. The cockpit right here just swings open like that, and again, more gold bar pieces in brown right there. Got some stickers of Cole's symbol and just NS, which I don't know what NS stands for. I'm trying to think. Like, Ninjago something? I don't know what the S stands for. So if you know what NS stands for, tell me in the comments. Down here on the feet it says Cole, and then there's 05, which is, I don't know what the 5 is, but it was on the original mech as well. This mech has knees, which is pretty darn cool, right? Like, LEGO mechs usually don't have knees, but you have 3 points of articulation. You have one right here at the hip. You can go pretty much forward and back. You can't go side to side much, but actual hips can't go side to side too much, and there's enough articulation here where I think it's good enough. The knee can go forward and back as well, which is pretty cool. And then the foot, unfortunately, does not have much articulation. It can go from side to side a little bit, but it can't really go forward to back, like, at all, really. Like, that's the extent of the motion. which is pretty lame in my opinion, but I think the presence of the knees makes up for it, because the knees allow for a lot of dynamic movement with this that you don't get out of your average mech. I do think this is a bit ugly from the side, these two Technic pins sticking out from each side of the hips. I feel like those should have been covered up by a little piece, like one of those, I don't know what they're called, but those little pieces that just take up half of a Technic pin. I feel like those would have just fit in great there and would have looked good too, because the Technic pin sticking out kind of looks out of place. The arms, the articulation here is terrible. I don't know why they decided to do this. Like, they've got this ball joint up at the top, which is good. I love the ball joint up at the top. But then they just use this hinge piece for the elbow, and it just doesn't allow for much articulation. Not only is it, like, the hinge piece weird, but it's also in the wrong direction, right? The hinge piece should be, like, allow the arm can flip out this way or back this way, right? Because that's how an elbow would work. But instead, it allows it to go in or out like that, and I just feel like that's not useful. Because I guess you can kind of get it like that, right, if you move this as well, but I would have preferred if the thing swung this way instead of swinging like back and forth like that. So I'm not a fan of the elbow joints on this. I feel like they could have been much better. The design of the hands themselves, though, are cool. You got this little drill piece right here, which I think is really cool looking, and it fits Cole. Got these golden blades like the original had. And you have a spring-loaded shooter right here, which I do not have loaded, so I didn't accidentally fire it during the recording. But yeah, you could put a spring-loaded shooter in here. And same thing on the other side. You got another spring-loaded shooter, so you can set up the mech to shoot, and then you can press down on it. And if I pressed that correctly, it would have actually shot. There you go. There's it actually shooting. Oh, and I forgot to mention these feet also have a little clip back here where you can connect the feet together. I don't know when you would have to do that, but if you want to connect the feet together, you can. I guess it would kind of work when it's sitting down on the Thunder Raider to connect the feet together, but yeah, that's an option you have. And yeah, here's what the mech looks like from the back. Not really a looker from the back. You got these two Technic pins right here that allow it to connect to the Thunder Raider, which aren't pretty, but I get it. Like, it makes sense for these to be here, so I don't mind those. But the rest of it, you got one piece to sort of cover up, but it's mostly just understuds, and it's not great. And then you got these two bright red Technic pins in the back, which really does not fit the color scheme of everything else, so it's just off-putting, because I know this piece exists in black, this Technic pin, so black would have fit a lot better. That's a redesign you can make if you were to get this set, right, just to replace these pins with the black versions, because it would provide the same level of stability, it would just look better. So here are the first three minifigures of this set. We have the three Ninja, Cole, Jay, and Lloyd, and all their Legacy 2 suits. Unfortunately, I have some really bad news. As you may be able to see with Cole, his hot dog bun is empty. He's supposed to come with a green hot dog, but I can't figure out where mine went. I had one, and then suddenly it disappeared, so I just have a hot dog bun. I went to look for it so I could have it for this video, but I just can't find it, and I'm not spending the entire day looking for a green hot dog, so that's very unfortunate. But just know he does come with a green hot dog, and it's really funny, and it's probably the best part of this set. With these figures, though, Cole and Jay are excellent, especially Jay. This Jay is maybe one of my favorite minifigures of all time. Something about his Legacy 2 robes in particular just looks excellent to me. Maybe it's the fact that he uses silver and the rest of the Ninja use like a faded gold. I don't know, but the blue and the yellow and just the brown of his hair, it looks excellent to me. And I think LEGO did an amazing job designing him. He's got the word Manter written out on his torso, because this was before they corrected the error where it's supposed to say Master, M-A-S-T-E-R, instead it says M-A-N-T-E-R. It's just a typo. They fix it in the Kai Fighter, and hopefully if Jay and Cole come in any sets next year, they'll fix it in those too. But yeah, he says Manter on the torso, and then he's just got like this little lightning effect. Lloyd's got, I think he's just supposed to be a little dragon, and then Cole's got a rock, and that's just like a little cool detail. And then they each have their symbol from Tournament of Elements on there, which is cool. Again, like, it's cool to see them using that symbol again, because they also have their original symbols on the back, and obviously neither of those are their current symbols, so it's cool to see that they're going back and using those again. Cole's got orange and brown throughout his torso, and I just think it's cool to integrate more colors there, because back in the time with these minifigures are based on, right, 2014 and 15, Cole didn't really use a ton of colors in his outfits. He would mostly just be black, so it's cool to see them integrate brown and orange, because he uses those colors a lot more nowadays, and I think it looks great here. Lloyd, I think I might just be tired of him, because I've seen him a lot, right? There's been 3 sets to use the Legacy 3 robes, and Lloyd comes in all 3 of them. But he's still a good design, right? He's got that dragon like I was talking about, and then he's just got this ledger green, and then he says Mantra on the torso as well. Here these guys are with their accessories, masks, and hair removed. You can see their faces. It's just the same standard faces they've had since the movie, nothing too special there. And there's their back torso prints and their alternate faces. Again, same standard face that we've gotten since the movie. Really cool back torso prints, especially on Jay and Cole. I love the orange on Cole, and then he's got that gorilla, which was his original symbol. And then Jay's got his original symbol too in silver with like a light blue outline. I think those look really good. And then Lloyd's got a dragon, which again, I think Lloyd looks good. I think I'm just tired of seeing Lloyd at this point. Moving on to the villains in this set, we have two. We have a Ninjroid and then the Legacy Overlord. I think this is an interesting choice to include the Overlord here, because obviously he is in Rebooted, but at the time of Rebooted where they were using this vehicle, he wasn't really around. It's cool, though, that they are putting this guy in another set, because previously he was exclusive to the Golden Dragon from 2019, so it's cool to see the Legacy Overlord included in a second set. And his design is excellent. This is one of my favorite figures of all time, just the purple and pink that he has all throughout, and this ghostly black and purple tail. He looks super scary, and it's a really great design, and I like how they took their own liberties with creating their own redesigned Overlord. I do wish it came with more Ninjords, though, because while this guy is fine, he's not that interesting on his own, right? He's just got plain black legs, and at the time of this set's release, this was the only way to get a Legacy Ninjroid. They later released the Golden Zane pack, and now the Kai Fighter, but just one Ninjroid in the set's a little lame, considering we get 3 Ninja, but the one we get is fine. I wish he had leg printing like the originals did back in the day. There's the Ninjroid with his hood removed, and there's what the Overlord looks like without his upper torso. And there's the back torso prints and the Ninjroid's alternate face. The Ninjroid's alternate face is essentially just the same in the front of his face, but mirrored, so it changes what he looks like under the hood. He's got like that more silvery eye showing under the hood rather than the red eye. So overall, I'm pretty mixed on this set, honestly. I think the original might be better because it's $20 cheaper and it does a lot of things better. This set definitely has improvements, right? It's more detailed and it's got more articulation in the mech. But I don't know, there's something about the charm of the old one that's lost in this one. If you want to check out my full comparison of the two sets, click the card in the top right corner. As I said earlier, you can go check out me comparing the two sets and giving my thoughts as to which one is better. But as for this set, I'm not sure. I'd say it's definitely a good minifigure pack. The minifigure selection here is excellent. And while it could have come with more Ninjroids, getting 3 of the new Legacy 2 suits is great. And I guess, depending on what we get, like, currently this is the only way to get Jay and Cole. If they come in more sets in January, then maybe this set will be, like, less of a priority. But I think they're a really good reason to get this set, because those suits are awesome, and I think this set's a great way to get them. Yeah, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. If you're interested in buying this set, go into the description, click my Amazon affiliate link. You can buy this set from Amazon through that link. It'll be no extra cost to you. It'll cost exactly the same as if you were to get this set on Amazon normally, but it'll just help support me a little bit, and I would greatly appreciate that. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO videos like this every single day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. And I think that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.